Good morning children, Sarah. Welcome you all in this biology video where we are taking our chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. In this chapter, we are just explaining the different organelles of a cell. We are telling or we are explaining about their functions, where they are locating, what they are doing. In this way, we are discussing about the different organelles of cells. Some of the organelles we have discussed earlier, and now the rest of the organelles which I am explaining now, they are like mitochondria, vacuoles, chloroplast, etc. So let's see all these organelles. So the first one in this video is mitochondria. Children, mitochondria are known as the powerhouses of cell. The energy, this is the main word which is describing mitochondria, that these are known as the powerhouses of cell. What a powerhouse is doing? It is generating power. So here also mitochondria, they are known as powerhouses of cell because they generate energy for the cell. The energy released by mitochondria is in the form of ATP. ATP, it means the full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It forms or it releases the energy in the form of ATP molecules. The ATP, this ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell. Mitochondria are the strange organelles. Why they are strange? They have their own DNA and ribosomes. In this figure, in this diagram, you can see mitochondria. Mitochondria is having this type of structure and it is having its own DNA here. You can see this is the DNA and ribosome is also there, which is present in mitochondria. What it is doing? It is forming, it is creating ATP. ATP means the energy molecules, and with the help of this energy molecules, with the help of this energy only, a cell is able to perform its activity, metabolic activities, etc. Now the functions of mitochondria. Mitochondria are the sites of cellular respiration. They create energy in the form of ATP. The next topic is plastids. Children, plastids are present only in plant cells. They are absent in animal cells. Plastids are of three types. First is chloroplast, chromoplast, and the third one is leucoplast. You can see the diagram of plastid here. See this one. This is the these are the plastids, means the figure of the structure of plastid which is in plant cell, and it is having it is of three types: chromoplast, chloroplast, and leucoplast. Now what a chloroplast is? Chloroplast, it is green colored plastids. Okay, why it is green? Because it is having green colored pigments called chlorophyll. It is present in green algae and plants. Chlorophyll, you all are knowing about chlorophyll. Chlorophyll plants are using in photosynthesis process to make their food. So these chloroplasts are helpful for plants in the process of photosynthesis, in which they are making their own food. So chloroplasts, they are also known as the kitchens of cells. Okay. Chromoplast. Children, the word chromo means color, different colors. So chromoplasts are the plastids which are of different colors. What they are doing? They are imparting colors to flowers. Next is leucoplast. Leucoplast, they are colorless plastids. And what is their function? They only store food in the form of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. The other organelle is vacuoles. Vacuoles are fluid-filled and membrane-bound spaces. They are like storage sacs, means pouches. In animal cells, vacuoles are small and temporary. What they are doing there? They store water, glycogen, and proteins. Where? In animal cells. You can see here the figure. This empty space which is filled with fluid, this is known as vacuole. And what it is doing? It is doing the storage work. In plant cells, vacuoles are large and permanent. They help to maintain the osmotic pressure in a cell. They store toxic metabolic products and they provide rigidity to cell. Now children, we are having an important topic here, the difference between plant and animal cell. You have to learn these differences. So the first difference is given here. Plant cells are larger than animal cells, and animal cells are usually smaller than plant cells. Plant cells have cell wall, and this cell wall is made up of cellulose, but in animal cell wall is absent. Third is plasmodemata is present, and here plasmodesmata is absent. Children, you can skip this one if you want to skip it. The fourth one is chloroplast. In plant cell, chloroplasts are present, but in animal cell, chloroplasts are absent. In plant cell, vacuoles are large and permanent, but in animal cells, vacuoles are small and temporary. Next is, children, I am just mentioning which points you have to write down. Fourth one, then vacuole. About vacuole also it is correct. After this we are having number 7. Centrioles are absent except motile cells of lower plants in plant cell, but in case of animal cells, centrioles are present. Next is, in plant cell, nucleus present along the periphery of the cell. Periphery means boundary of the cell. And in animal cell, nucleus is at the center of the cell. Next for plant cell is lysosomes are rare. Means if they are present, they will be only in very less number. In animal cells, lysosomes are present. In plant cells, it is not necessary that lysosomes are present here. They can be present or they cannot be present. But in case of animal cell, they are always present. Next is storage material is starch grains. But in animal cell, storage material is glycogen granules. So in this way, you can learn you have to learn at least 5 differences between plant cell and animal cell. Now I am showing you the diagram which is showing the difference between plant cell and animal cell. What you can see here, plant cell is having cell wall, but here we are not seeing any outer covering, so it is not having plant cell. Golgi apparatus, it is present here, other parts are also there. So you can see, you have to draw these 2 diagrams. You have to draw plant cell and animal cell, and then you have to write down the differences between them also. Now children, assignment is ready here. Name the outermost covering of a cell. Name the powerhouse of the cell. Name the green colored plastids in plant cell. What does ATP stand for? Here you have to write down the full form of ATP. And next question is, name the photosynthetic pigments. Means the pigments which help in photosynthesis process. So in this way you have to write down these answers. Thank you. Sairam children.